What's the question?
So, Grandpa, why is it that you said the other night in the park that I wasn't taught a whole lot of English and a whole lot of math by that teacher in that class?
Bring it over here. Paul, because you got to remember, when you have 2 hours of class, you don't get the proper education from your teacher in the areas that you need. Remember, the normal curriculum is you get 6 hours.
Exactly, and then I have to go home and I have to fucking study my homework.
Don't put that in there.
I'm not going to upload it. It's going to be secret.
Okay. And you don't learn anything in school from pulling weeds, regardless of whether they think it's socialization or not.
Exactly. Because what you just said there, having just 2 hours of class, then you go to electives, and then the rest of the time when you're out pulling weeds, that's bullshit.
Somewhat, yes, it is. It doesn't make sense to nobody.
Somewhat. I'd say it's fully.
No, you're right. It doesn't make sense, and that's what's wrong with the system.
Yeah, but when you say you're supposed to be upset about it. You're supposed to, because I mean, I know that you care about me a lot, but no matter what, if your other grandkids were in a system like that, you'd have to fight your ass off.
And we do fight, and we did fight. You're out, aren't you?
Well, yeah, but still, I have reminders, and I have people that still bother me that were in that class, and.
Okay, and you're always going to have reminders, and you're always going to have people that'll bother you, regardless of whether you're here or whether you're in Phoenix.
And then you wonder why I bring this up over and over.
Yes, because you obviously don't understand the first time when Grandpa tells you how everything evolves.
Well, I understand, but like what I'm saying is that, for instance, like some of the friendships I've made in that class, they don't realize, like a normal person could realize that, maybe he's just going his separate ways. And maybe, he's moved on. I can make new friends, but,
Because that's not the way most people think. It's the way you think because you develop anxieties as a result of it, because you don't understand what a casual friendship or a permanent friendship means. It means that if you have a permanent friendship, you're going to keep up with that person because you like them. You like what they do. You like what they say. If you have another friendship and they don't say the things that you like or behave in the manner that you think they should, then you don't want to talk to them. So you create anxiety.
Well, exactly. But what I'm trying to tell you is that the reason why they don't kind of just leave me alone is because they don't know that I don't think it's a permanent relationship, but they do.
That's right. And that's the way it is with any friendship. People don't know what you think. They can't read your mind, Paul. You're assuming that they know how you are.
And they don't.
And they do not. That's part of your problem. Your assumption. You jump to conclusions. And when you jump to conclusions, it makes you upset. And then anxiety sets in. Then you start saying mean things that they have no business doing what they do or saying what they say. But remember, they believe they are your friends. You do not, but they do.
But there's signs that you can tell if you're not responding, if you're not, if you're not calling them, you're not texting them.
Sometimes people have to be bonked on the head with a rubber bat to get the message that they don't want to be,
They have to do that in order to get the fucking message?
Well, in a nice way, yes. That's usually what happens, where they look you in the face and say, Paul, I don't want to be your friend. Good luck. Get the hell out of here. Don't ever talk to me. Don't ever write to me. Don't do anything.
But I'm not going to say that, but I wish that they would realize.
You think about saying it.
I wish that they would realize. They don't.
They don't. That's correct.
They'll never realize. That's the problem.
That's right. They won't. Nobody does. Because they think they're your friends.
And I'm not.
But you created that. They didn't.
Because remember, we laughed.
We can record out here. Come on.
Because, I remember that, I invited them to events, I laughed with them, I smiled with them, and they never forget.
That's right. They never do. And they shouldn't either.
But that doesn't mean that I'll live with them,
No, and you're right. And they don't want to live with you either. So remember.
That was hurtful. You know, I could live with a lot of friends. You know, I could be nice to them, but it's only because, you know, I actually care for them and, you know, they care for me. It's one thing, you know?
You're right, but see, they understand you. Some people don't understand you.
Exactly.
They don't understand your behavior.
And why
They don't
I am
understand.
who I am.
Yeah, they don't understand why you have such anxiety.
Because all of this, what I say, me behaving the way I do, is because of my anxiety.
Yes, a good portion of it is because you're your own worst enemy because you think of all the things in your mind about what they do, how they do it, whether you like it or not.
So
You've created this in your own mind.
So basically, I'm the enemy of myself.
You're your own worst enemy. That is correct.
I've made an enemy out of myself.
You have turned yourself into an enemy. Yes.
That's not good.
That's not good, is correct. So, you know, if you have to do some analyzing, you need to do it about yourself.
Exactly. But
So that's called soul searching.
yeah, exactly. But
And
you know,
you
look
will
at my
get good at
cousin
it
though.
because
bro.
you know why you'll get good at it?
Yeah.
Because it frustrates you that people behave in the manner that they behave that you don't exactly agree with.
But see, Grandpa, what I'm trying to get is I have a cousin who's 22 years old. And
Okay.
you don't see me all the time, you know,
That's correct.
messaging him and saying,
He
"Oh, we're
doesn't
best
do the
friends."
same to you either.
Exactly. That's what I like. That's
Well-
what I want.
Well, you know, I
Why
wish
doesn't
I
Ma-
wish life was that easy, Paul. It's not.
Like, why doesn't Mallory do that?
That's a good question.
Don't you have something to say about that? You know,
Well,
I'm not. I know
The
you
only
don't know what
comment
she's
I can
thinking,
make about
but
Mallory is what the same comment is that women are more sensitive about what you do, what you say, how you say it, and you know that already. Being around women, you know that. Look at Grandma Winnie. Look at your mom. They're very sensitive. Look at what your mom went through
Kevin,
with Kevin.
she wanted to kill him.
That's right.
She went over to his apartment and
Yeah, she acted like a neurotic woman in love with somebody that didn't love her. And see, now you're starting to sound the same way. Somebody likes you, but you don't like them either. So think of your behavior.
well, yeah, but they, you know, I would recognize the signs right away. You know, I understand. You know, of course, I've been sensitive about not people responding to me in the past, but you know, the
Right.
thing is, Grandpa, is that you know I can kind of predict though that you know maybe they're either busy or maybe they're just going their separate ways and you know maybe they're just doing their own thing, but you know other people that they don't realize that,
Right.
and it's bull fucking shit.
Well, and I don't disagree with you. But again, it gets back to you created it. You created it in your little mind because of your anxiety.
I always think that everybody's out to get me.
That's right, and they're not really out to get you. You know what? They have their own lives to worry about too, just like you do.
What if they didn't?
Well, then they'd be bugging you.
But like, why were you saying earlier that you know we need women to touch us and everything, and you know that's
It's social.
but that's wrong though. I don't.
Social.
I don't want. What if I didn't want a woman to touch me? You know.
You want a guy to touch you?
Why don't? What if I didn't even want a guy to touch me? Both. Huh?
Well, that would be kind of abnormal because we all want somebody to touch us.
I mean, I like to be touched, but the thing is, though, is that, you know, the way you say it, you know, it's come too fast for me, you know? How is it that, you know, me going from being a little baby to now an adult and now being touched by a woman and being in love with a woman is going to come sooner than I anticipated
I
it?
think it will be.
Why,
There's going
though?
to be somebody that's going to really love you, that thinks that you walk on water.
But see, why is it that it's come so quick?
Because it has to do with maturing. You're maturing. That's what causes
Yeah,
all
but
of
it's
it.
come, like, fast. Like, you know, it's just, it's like a flash and then it just, it's there. Why?
That is correct.
Why though?
That's the way it works sometimes.
Like, don't you, like, before I know it, I'm gonna be out of high school.
That's
For
right.
God's sake.
You'll be married, you'll have kids, and you won't know what the hell to do with yourself because everything came so fast.
Why did it come so fast? So why does it come fast? Why does time go by quick?
Do you think it's going to stop?
I know, I never said it was gonna stop, but why does it come by so quick?
It's just the way it is. Every second, every minute, everything. Every second, something is coming. In the universe, what does the universe tell you?
That time is passing.
Very quickly. Okay, stop.